Many successful organizations are moving to a buyer-centric sales process. Very internally focused conventional sales flows, qualify, needs definition, present, propose, close. It's all being replaced to, but what's happening in the mind of the customer? What's the customer behavior, the buyer behavior that's going to let us know that we're advancing from upfront research to the ultimate decision? Acknowledging a need to change, thoughtfully exploring their options, financial justification and the associated purchase. In addition to just the process focus and the focus on the buyer, the next is how can we enable the field to do that in a repeatable, scalable manner? This has been ecosystems focus for the last 2 decades, a collaborative environment for buyers and sellers to be in constant lockstep throughout the buying process. Up front, that involves what we call outside ins or teasers. As we get past that stage, then we're going to want to have stakeholder workshops or what we call value discovery. When it comes to present and propose or exploring options, we have an interactive decision matrix that the customer uses to say, here's the criteria I care about, and here's how I assess you, Mr. Seller, and the other alternatives. Justify and purchase, robust business cases and value propositions, and then the ongoing recognition of value, what we call the strategic business review. Now, with the platform in place, there still remains one challenge, and that is how can we objectively know that we're truly advancing from one stage to the next? It can't be a check in a CRM system or the fact that an email is in the seller's outbox. It has to be based on an action of the customer. And when we looked at our customers, there was a direct correlation. The more direct collaboration and ownership from the customer, the better the sales outcome. In fact, with our most successful customers, 2/3 of the user activity comes from the end customer. And so our verifier, it's no longer based on a perception or interpretation from the seller. Hey, the customer, did they acknowledge the deliverable with an electronic signature? Do we know they opened it? When it came to the stakeholder workshop, did the key stakeholders participate? And what were their contributions? When it comes to the decision matrix, did they weigh in? Did they give us transparency to, yes, here's my criteria, and here's how I assess you versus your competitors. The business case, did they just get a result, or did they actually own the assumptions? Strategic business review, did they talk about that as a future, or do they invest now in saying, this will be our success criteria ongoing, should we advance together? The recent learning is that with the collaborative platform, we don't have to base it now on interpretations from the sellers, but rather we have the direct validation from the voice of the customer.